Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Today I am going to discuss Apastambha DharmaSutram. It is an elaborated topic, cannot be completed in one or two episodes. We have to know Dharmasūtras, Dharmasūtras, especially from Gautama, Yajnavalkya, Apastamba, etc. To understand their intention towards following the ethics to purify our life and our heart and rectify our mistakes, etc. are morally or ethically driven or outwardly spoken or preached. Those things are collectively made as a sutras. Let us find out Apastamba DharmaSutra, made in two parts. Now I am going to take first part called Apastamba DharmaSutram. Let us start with prayer. Gurave sarvalokanam vishaje bhavaroginam nidaye sarvavidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Out of his supreme and causeless compassion towards all moving and non-moving creatures, Srimad Apastambha Maharshi has bestowed the jewel of a book called Apastamba DharmaSutram for the progress of all. This can fetch a great benefit of the Astika world. It is but natural in the present context that there is interest in knowing the greatness of our esteemed Acharya Sri Apastambha Muni and his works, everything, the essence of Vedas and understanding the principles of Dharma therein, which are conducive to good of the world. Unfortunately, owing to the spread of Western culture in respect of language, food, dress, etc., in our sacred Bharata Desha, we have forgotten for a long time our own Vedas and other authoritative texts and explanatory texts like Kalpasūtras, Smritis, etc. Many of them forgotten regarding this. Many of us may not be aware of even the names of the authoritative text of our Vedic religion. The Rishi Apastamba teaches us in his Dharmasūtram the practices to be followed by men right from birth till end and duties to be performed in everyday life to be perfect man. They also contain the Raja Dharmas to be practiced by Kshatriyas during his reign for protecting his subjects. The Dharmasūtram prescribes dharmas for varnas and ashramas, various guidelines relating to how man should live in social, economic, and political spheres are described here. The very life in the world has Dharma as its basis. Shruti states that Dharma is a foundation for all the worlds, and that if that foundation quacks, the superstitious will be shock and fall off. It is only our Vedic Hindu religion that has organized life in the world on the basis of Dharma in this manner and protected it. This special feature is not found in any another religions. Dharmasūtras are largely responsible for this. Now, a speciality. Bhagavad-pada's commentary on this Apastamba Sutra. Let us go. There is a special value for Apastambha Sutram not shared by other sutras. Adya Shri Bhagavad Padacharya has written a commentary on the Adhyatma Patalam in this Sri Sutram. That Srimad Acharya, who incarnated as a spark of Ishvara, became a world teacher, overthrew non-Vedic religions and re-established the Vedic religion, wrote a forceful and clear commentary on the part of Apastambha and his Sutram. What is the place of Adhyatma Yoga? Preaching Atma Jnana in the middle of Dharmasūtram. The commentary of Sri Bhagavad-pada describes how the supreme state of Atma Jnana and removal of defects like desire, anger, greed, delusion and pleasure which afflict the beings are in fact part of Dharma. The way Sri Acharya refers to Apastambha as Bhagavan and Acharya in many places in his commentary points to the greatness of Apastamba. Let us find out what are the subjects covered. The following are the subjects covered sequentially in Apastambha DharmaSutra. Authority of Vedic religion, time of Upanayanam, rules for Brahmachari, time for study, time for rest, householders, duties, details of Pancha Yajna, Puja, etc., rules for eating, or Pancha Mahapatakam, Prayashittam, etc., rules for Shraddham, rules for Vanaprastham and Sannyasam, duties of kings, means of livelihood, trade, etc., division of property dealings, etc., many other related dharmas and common dharmas are mentioned here and there. Now, Vedas and Rishis. Apastambha Muni quotes as authority the three Vedas in general as well as in specific cases. He has also referred to Atharva Veda. Among Rishis, he quotes an authority Kanva, Pushkara Sadi, Varshayani, Harita, etc., even where he has a difference of opinion. He quotes them. Names like Gautama, Bodhayana, Manu, Parashara, etc. do not find mention. Puranas, especially Bhavishya Purana, have been referred to. Another question. Is it seen or unseen fruit? There is now an important question. If dharmas prescribed in Dharmasūtras are practiced by man, is the fruit enjoyed here in this world or is it welfare in the next world? If mundane benefit is absent, we have to fault our Hindu religion as one of the blind faith with no visible use in practice. If mundane benefit along is there, this religion will also become a worldly religion in a way. The way shown by Apastamba on this difficult question is acceptable to all. The Sutrakara says that it is a religion which has a mix of both. In certain sutras, he criticizes mundane benefit in exclusion and says that practice is aimed at only mundane benefit in exclusion and says that practice can be done in proper way towards the welfare will become fruitless at the end, resulting in blemishes leading to hell, mean naraka, etc. Next, heeds pleasure is the cause of pride. A proud man will transgress the dharma. He will then go to naraka and shows the ills of seen benefits. Apastamba, who thus condemns practicing dharma only. For mundane benefit mentions in many places mundane advantages like long life, health, progeny, wealth, strength, etc. as fruit of dharma. He describes those as dharma. He says that it is dharma to live in a village where firewood, water, etc. are available in plenty. One should not cross a river by swimming with hands. If boat is in bad condition, such that it will not safely reach one to the other shore, one should not get into it. One should not bathe with the woman only to the extent needed. For such numerous rules, it is only the seen benefits that is appropriate. By living in a village where firewood, water, etc. are available in plenty, life will be comfortable. By swimming in the river, there could be a danger. By talking much with women, good character may be lost. Such worldly benefits are there for such rules. Where seen benefits are there, it is by sheer nature that man is inclined towards them. There is no need in such cases for Shastra or interest in Dharma. The result will then be that as the seen benefit is perceived for all common dharmas, there is no need for Shastric teaching or these matters. Mimamsakas lay down certain rules like pound the paddy. It is clear from practice that if paddy is to be turned into rice, it has to be pounded in a mortar. Then why the rule pound the paddy? Means Mimamsakar or that this rule is for teaching that paddy should be pounded only in a mortar and it should not be turned into rice by peeling off the skin with hand nails. Nobody can say that there is no seen benefit in the rules of Dharma which show the way to live worldly life well. The Sutrakara also does not refute this. He only criticizes attaching prime importance to the worldly benefits and practicing dharmas for the sake of those benefits. He makes this clear in one of the sutras, and Apastamba himself explains through examples that worldly benefits will accrue on their own when mango tree is grown for the sake of mango fruit. Besides the main benefit, one gets automatically additional benefits like shade, good smell, etc. Similarly, by practice of Dharma, in addition to getting the prime aim of unseen fruit, one gets automatically worldly benefit also. Hence, he has concluded in which his Dharmasūtram that unseen fruit is the point aim of practice of dharmas and that seen benefit is only secondary. This indeed is the purpose of Vedic religion. Even that also in modern terms as godly life. Now teaching to students. Apastamba teaches in detail the rules to be observed by students during the period of study of Vedas and learned modern educationists should certainly pay heed to many important teachings meant to safeguard the disciple of which can be mentioned in a way to including his instructions on the respected to be shown by the student to the teacher, the way he should speak to him, the way he should sit in front of him, rules to know observed till the end of Brahmacharya. Period. Time of study. Time when study is not permitted means anadhyayana kalam, etc. Educational offers who regret the current decline is conduct when quality of humility of students should get attachments or Apastambha's teachings were translated, one gets automatically worldly benefits also. Hence, he has concluded in his Dharmasūtram that unseen fruit is the prime aim of practice of dharmas and that has seen benefit of only secondary. This indeed is the purpose of Vedic religion. This can be described in modern terms as godly life. Teaching to students. Apastamba teaches in detail the rules to be observed by students during the period of study of Vedas, etc. Modern educationists should certainly pay heed to many important teachings meant to safeguard the discipline of the students, encouraging his instruments to respect be shown by the student to the teacher. The way he should speak to him cannot be compromised. The period, time of study is not permitted. Education officers who regret the current decline in conduct and quality humility of students. Another, it is Apastambha sutras are translated in Indian languages, print and distribute them among students by way of religion and dharma. It cannot be found in any other religious or official schemes. Let us now look at what Apastamba has to say about the causes of students' present day decline in conduct. He prohibits students from witnessing dances, dramas, etc. during study, and danas have increased and spoiled the man. It is not necessary to explain the necessity of these rules. It is good that our ancestors stopped this under the authority of religion and dharma. Similarly, Apastamba also prohibits students from visiting assemblies and places of gambling, etc. Another important rule is to be noted: participating in Janavadi has been mentioned in Veda also. The affairs referred to here and social, economic, political and professional and trade related to public. It is also an art. However, Apastamba feels that a student during his period of study should restrict himself to mere knowing of Janavadas and not engage in serious pursuit of them. This he explained by the term Shila. It is noteworthy of the Sutrakara has prescribed many duties for the conductor or teacher also, like he has for the student. The teacher says the teacher should show love to his student like his own son and teach him anything. Further, he says that through serving of such activities, then the teacher should not engage the students frequently in his personal work, thus obstructing his study. If he does so, he loses his right as a teacher. Acharyopi anacharyo bhavati shritat pariharamana. There are many more such teachings. Earning wealth and enjoying pleasures. The enemies of Hinduism indulge in false propaganda that Hinduism is touched non-attachment and thus spoiled worldly life. This notion Apastamba destroys. He permits earning wealth in dharmic way. He also said that worldly pleasures should be enjoyed without contravening dharma. He adds that by dharmas, just as a man conquers the next world and enjoys the pleasures there, he also conquers this world and enjoys the pleasures here. Further, in the section of dealing with means of livelihood, he lays down activities like a trade, etc., to be performed by the men of each varna for their livelihood. It is important in his Dharmasūtram that he permits earning wealth and the trade activities and of buying and selling which can be performed by Brahmana with ritualistics and the material to be sold or described in dental along with rules for living in times of emergency. It can be seen from this Dharmasūtram that Hinduism does not impose restrictions of dharmas and world well-being in next world, leaving man to suffer for necessities of life here in this world. Then, honoring gift the guest and charity of food. The broad aims and concern for the welfare of all creatures, vedic Hindu religion can be seen from this Dharmasūtram. It is noteworthy that Vaishvadevam, hospitality to guests, including those who arrive unexpectedly and serving food to all and creatures, are prescribed as dharma in the course of daily karma. Shastra precious that but it seeks the course of daily karma. Sutra prescribes that the rich man pure in his activities. The rules of Dharmasūtram state that every day as soon as food is ready, Vaishwadeva karma should be done and food served to guests, including unexpected arrivals, sick, lower castes like chandalas, animals like das, tiny creatures like worms, ants, etc. This can be characterized in dharmic socialism. There, the rule of Vedic religion is that the householder should set off apart 1/5 of his wealth for spending on relatives, friends, servants, and guests, including those who are arriving unannounced. Following thus, Apastamba has spelt out many lofty and broad-based aims in his Vaishwadeva Prakaranam. Householder should, after completing Deva Puja and Vaishwadevam, come out and see whether any guest has arrived before himself setting for lunch. He should wait for some time. If guest arrives, he should be taken care by you first. The Sutrakara has prescribed many more courtesies for the guest. After the guest has finished his mind, old persons and pregnant women should be made to eat before him. Worship of guest is of two types. One is the part of Vaishwadevam. This is a primary Atithi Puja. In this only Brahmanas can be included. A person of Kshatriya, Shudra, Vaishya, Varnas come, they should be honored as guest has eaten, or other such honors do not apply to them. To such people, food must be served as per the rules of Dharma, for their Kasi, for their Jati and Varna only. This type of puja is also called Atithi Puja. The Sanskrit literature shows this in evidence. This is secondary Atithi Puja, Madhaviyam. Make it clear that in case of estates other than these type of Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, only food is to be served. Hence it is concluded the other castes like Kshatriyas, food is to be served after along with the householder and not before. Charity of food even for lowly creatures. Selfishness is the nature of the world. Our Vedic religion alone prescribes such compassionate dharma. Our religion has made it obligatory for every half an hour to feed every day lowly creatures like worms, insects, fly and dog, lowly jatis like chandalas and eaters of dog meat, and sick suffering from illness like leprosy, etc. Apastamba then makes it clear in his sutram that after completing Vaishwadeva, the hungry dog, chandala, etc. to tolerate even for a second. Food is prana. For the living, food is essential. Knowers of Dharma opinion that all creatures have enjoyed to receive food from one who has food. Upanishads also mention the unity of food, prana. Shruti says for man, food is prana. Bodhayana also says, for man, food is bodhayana, also mentioned the same, following the same by our ancestor and words. The present day populace cannot lift or bring down anyone in castle. As per sutras, that through this difference exists as shastras, it is clear that the Vedic religion does not tolerate any, even for a second, the sufferings of low caste people for comforts like food, clothing, etc. This truth should be observed with a broad minded by the modern protests. Last, doing good to laborer is also dharma. Yes, Apastamba has laid down a rule of dharma that by offering land, wealth, etc. to Brahmans in Dhanam, the kings will attain worlds with have no end. But an important condition in that Dhanam is to noted. He says that this Dhanam should be done in such a way that the interests of laborers and servants do not suffer. This should the kindness of the rishis to the laborers. He safeguards the creativity and painting. The principle in this matter should be observed. Giving desired land to Brahmanas is dharma. It will be fetch religious merit for the next world. From many examples we have seen so far, it is clear that our religion has introduced socialism and based on dharma in our society. The modern day socialists who mouth socialization by technological dharma by shutting their doors of houses tight, displaying boards no entry without permission. Shekantaya Kalyana Nide Nide Dram Shri Venkata Nivasaya Srinivasaya Mangalam Mangala Shasambhaya Madacharya Purogami Sarvaisha Purvairacharya Satkrutaya Sumangalam.